this is so exclusive, it's scary. This is Southwest Airlines Chairman, symbol LOVE, L-U-V, Love's not for sale today, CEO Gary Kelly. Gary, first of all, I want to thank you for coming on because you've been coming on in some challenging situations. It has been animalist, horriblest in some ways, and yet your stock does well. Gary, how do you explain how well you did, given the fact that a lot of people completely identify you, for some reason, because it's only 5%, with the Supermax, the Super Debacle Max, the 737?
Hey, Jim, it's great to be with you, and good morning, David, and thanks for having us. So, yeah, you know, it's real simple. We've just got the best people. They do a fantastic job, and you know, no matter what we seem to throw at them, they do phenomenal. They work so hard to take great care of our customers, and you know, it's the MAX is a small percentage of our fleet, fortunately, and our folks have worked very, very hard to manage through that. So my hat's off to them. They did a great job. And as you know, those are really great earnings considering all the challenges we had in the first quarter.
No, they're remarkable. Gary, I wanted to ask you, when I look at the MAX and how I say it, people feel that you are the MAX airline. Will there come a time when we won't say, is this a MAX? But every time I go on an airplane with my wife, she says, is this a MAX? I said, they're grounded. I mean, will we care? Because Boeing's reputation is on the line. You're closely identified with Boeing. A lot of people feel like you'll ask for reparations from Boeing. I don't know if that's true, but will there come a time when we won't think about it?
Well, yeah, we're an all Boeing carrier. We're an all Boeing 737 carrier. So that's who we are. That's where we are. That doesn't mean that we'll be an all 737 carrier into perpetuity. But that's certainly where we are right now, and we're glad to be there. We're not happy about this MAX situation, obviously. Who is? And those are they're very tragic two accidents. So our negotiations and our relationship with Boeing is something that I'll take up with them privately, and we have a great historic partnership with that company, and I would expect that would continue going forward. But yeah, we've got to work through this MAX issue. When we launched the MAX airplane, we felt like it was the best single-aisle airplane in the world, and we still feel that way. Obviously, this MCAS issue needs to be addressed, and we're happy with the way that Boeing and the FAA are collectively addressing that issue.
Well, as a longtime Boeing customer, Gary, and it's David, are you concerned the company is putting speed to market ahead of safety?
No, and you know, this whole situation will be examined very, very thoroughly as to why the airplane was launched without the awareness of this function. Boeing has an explanation of that. They have obviously locked on a modification to this software, which we are very supportive of. We all wish that that were in place back in 2017. But in any event, we are where we are. Our pilots are the best 737 pilots in the world, bar none. And we were very well prepared to fly that airplane, which we had no problems with whatsoever before, and we'll obviously be a lot more confident with it going forward. Every airplane has its unique issues, and this one, you know, this needs to be addressed, and it will be.
Yeah, well, I mean, as Jim mentioned, of course, the aircraft represents less than 5% of your daily flights. That said, you've at least removed them at least through August 5th. Is that when you expect perhaps to revisit this, or is it possible this removal will go far beyond that?
Well, David, when you say revisit, you know, that we're guessing right now when the FAA will recertify, if that's the right word, the aircraft and allow it to be put back into service. So we don't know when that will be. It doesn't seem like it will be any earlier than late May. And then, you know, I read all kinds of things as to when it will be returned to service. So that's all the August 5th date means. And what we did is we wanted to have a very reliable schedule published for the very busy summer travel season. So for June and July, we wanted to make sure that we didn't have more flights published than we had airplanes. So we'll just have to take that question on sort of a rolling 30-day basis and be conservative with publishing flights and make sure that we have the airplanes coming back before we publish the flights.
All right, well, Gary, one last question. You are one hell of an operator. I mean, this is an amazing number that you're doing, profitability under these circumstances, but you've been profitable the whole way. Everybody knows you got a great workforce. Everybody loves to fly you. There's a 10% shareholder. Could we just put this to rest right now? Did Berkshire Hathaway try or is trying to buy you because you're the most successful airline in history?
Oh, Jim, you're good. But, yeah, you know I can't talk about that. So
I got to try.
Well, and it's a heck of a try. But, they're a great shareholder. They've got a great track record. We love the fact that they have confidence in our company. And, we're happy with them where they are. So.
Well, look, congratulations. I was afraid. I did fear. I have to tell Gary, I just said, oh, boy, I hope he does the number. You did more than the number. Congratulations once again, delivering for your shareholders and for your customers and, yes, for your employees. Good to see you, sir.
You bet. Thanks so much, Jim, and thank you, David.